While online, we watch CAGEAmateursUK.com.
We're back in the B-Bad Lounge with Dave Radford. Hi Dave, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bob.
Fighting for a title tonight.
Yeah.
Feel good because this is the first one that's been around for many years.
That's a good thing about it is there's not been a title available really, so it's great to fight anyway in the bare knuckle scene, but having a title to fight for, then you're going to get somebody to challenge you for that, so you're going to have this more often, like, so I'm really chuffed. Yeah.
So obviously if you win the belt, even if you don't, you'll still be coming back to the B-Bad show.
26 years I've been in fight games,
really?
So I'm going to be there a long time anyway.
So has it been mainly all bare knuckle you've been doing?
No, I've done professional boxing. I'm number 9 in country. I fought Roberto Duran in South Africa. I lost some points. I had a bad accident which retired me from the boxing, so I went into cage fighting. Fought Michael Bisping in cage, that's another big famous name.
Really?
Then ended up, unlike in the unlicensed boxing, I've just 5 weeks back done 3 rounds in Nigel Benn in an unlicensed boxing match. And the last 1-2 weeks back on a duel with Tyson. So I'm in the fight game, you know, pretty regular.
So how do you find the difference in training for like bare knuckle to say MMA?
What I do, I do it with everything. You know, I go to the gym and we have some really gruesome sessions. You know what I mean? Really, knees, elbows, headbutts. We do everything in a good session, and we're best of guys. You know what I mean? Best of friends, but. The training wise for this fight, what I've done tonight, is just same as any other training session I do.
So it's like, what would you say you train like a boxer would for bare knuckle?
Yeah, I train like a boxer, mainly me fitness wise, and you know, just a straight stand up. That's what I do.
And what do you think about Andy Topliff and B-Bad? Obviously it's a landmark tonight, like this event going off.
Well, I've only met Andy once, but I've spoken lots of times on the phone to him. Whatever he's promised me, it's been there for me, and it's great, you know what I mean? He's a good man, so it's great to have people in this game knocking about, you know, you can ring and rely on and trust. The thing I will say, yeah, it's a brutal game, but I'm never, in the bare knuckle scene which I've had a few bare knuckle fights, you come across some gentlemen at these games, you know what I mean, at these sports, you know what I mean? And I just think, everybody thinks, yeah, it's brutal and everything, but win or lose, drink some booze, you know what I mean? And good handshake, and that's it, over and done with. I've never seen any bad animosity against people, do you know what I mean? Everything's been sound.
So would you say out of like boxing, MMA and bare knuckle, this is probably the more respectable one, or all the same sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I've seen is in boxing, people disagree, he's lost, and you know, and he's won and things like this, and you do get out in cages, but with this, what I've seen, I've never seen anything kick off, and you put a man down and he gets back up, or referee stops it, and like, to me it's stopped, but yet everyone seems to shake hands and respect, because it's a man's game, you know, it's a man's game, and it takes a man to get in there and do. No matter, I'm going to fight for that title tonight, I'll be honest with you, if I win, I win, if I lose, I lose. I'll still go on happy, because as long as I've enjoyed it, that's why I do it, for the enjoyment, you know what I mean?
So, I mean, you fought Michael Bisping in MMA, that's quite a big achievement in the MMA side.
I did, I lost, but I only went there to watch, you know, and I went to watch, and this guy pulled out and ended up saying, well, I'll fight him. I'd done a bit of training, fair enough, I'd done a bit of training on the floor and everything, I went and fought him, I lost, and then I got in with another guy called Norman Parrier, who's a very big name in the cage, and I jumped in with him. I jumped in with a guy called Ian Rush, short notice, as I say. Funny, I've took a lot of my fights on very short notice, gone to watch, ended up jumping in, and the guy was out in dressing room kicking, and I just said, what's the matter with you? He says, my opponent's not turned up. I said, what do you weigh? He says, 14 stone. I says, well, I'll fight. And I generally meant I'll give him a fight, you know what I mean? I felt sorry for the guy, because I've been to fights and not turned up. And I jumped in and he hammered me for quite a few, 5-10 minutes, and I turned over and I just beat him, like, you know what I mean? It was a great achievement, it was grand. So I enjoy it.
Do you work as well? Because obviously there's no money in the fight.
I do, you know, I was a professional boxer, and since I was 16 I started work, and my trainers always said if I were an idle man, I was number 9 in country, you know, I went top 10, if I were an idle man, I'd have been somewhere, because my work I've got kids, and I always bring my money home for my kids. You know, I worked on down country, I work hard, and that's the only thing that stopped me. Cause I used to be out of the house. I'd set off in the morning at 5:30. I used to do a 4, a 6, an 8, and a 4-mile run each week. Then I go to work, come home, and get picked up on a roundabout 10 miles away from my house to take me to Leeds to do all my sparring training back in. So I'm back at house at 10 o'clock and sleep, then up again at 5 in the morning. And if I'd have been an idle person, didn't work and do anything, and spent all my time dedicated to boxing, I could have gone somewhere like really.
So have you been working on your cardio for this fight a lot? Or?
I'm going to be honest with you, I've not, because I've been to, I fought Nigel Ben on this unlicensed boxing. Then 2 weeks later I fought this other guy, a Scouse, I can't remember his name, I fought that many, I forget the names, I don't know who the lad was. And then, and what it is, I've been working in Skegness, away from home, so there's no gym or anything. I can't run because I've damaged the cruciate in a cage fight, so all I've done, to be honest with you, is kept off beer for a week. And that's all. And but I mean, we'll laugh about that, but I've done that most of my fights. So
you're a natural fighter, obviously.
Yeah, and I've got a good 10 minutes in me, and I believe a good bare knuckle fight shouldn't be more than 10 minutes, because these guys who wait and mess about for an hour and a half and they come out with a busted nose or a black eye, you know, a good bare knuckle fight shouldn't last more than 10 minutes. You know, a guy hitting a man very hard. If he's hit me as hard I'm going to hit him, I wouldn't think I'd be able to last 10 minutes. You know, your knuckles, your cheekbones, anything. What, you know, it takes its toll after 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, how do you obviously, if you're doing bare knuckle, you probably spar with gloves.
All the time, yeah. Any man, there's no difference to sparring with gloves and without gloves in a way. It's kind of funny to explain that, because when you're boxing, it hurts with gloves and it hurts without gloves, because it's your adrenaline takes over. So I could be fighting with gloves, I could be fighting without gloves. It's your man himself, and the thing with what I've got, which is my best weapon, is that my heart. And I'm a survivor in the. I mean, I might go out there and get knocked out, but I've got a bit of heart. Like, I mean, I can take some fists, like, you know what I mean. Yeah.
So how long do you plan to stay around for, Dave? Because you've obviously been around a long time now.
Well,
something inside you,
you just
got to keep going.
When I retire, as I say, I've got to give everything up. I've got to give me. That's where the damage comes in with me. Is my spine. I do get my nose smashed and my eyes, cheekbones do get fractured, and they take weeks to heal. And I keep going back in all the time, and I just think to myself, well, you know, my missus plays at me, and I've got broken knuckles. This finger's still broke from last knuckle fight I had, and it don't matter to me, I don't heal. I never go to the doctor, I do my own stitching. I've got my stitches out there. If I get cut tonight, I'll be stitching myself up, you know what I mean? And that's how it is. I'm not what they call him, John Rambo or anything like that. What it is I don't go to doctors and complain, anything like that. You know, that's me being me, like, that's truthful. I've got a book coming out, and it's called The Beast. They've titled it The Beast, and I think it's January it's coming out, and it's got everything in there about, you'll see that all this I do in there tonight, I turn it on, I get nasty with it, but there's not anything what anybody says to you all about me, it'll always say that man's a gentleman, and that's what it is. It's just a silly thing what we do, you know what I mean? It's a silly thing.
Well, Dave, you've certainly been a gentleman to us. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you in the. What is it? A ring? It's not a ring, is it?
Well, if I'm fighting, I like to fight in a telephone box. You know what I mean? But it's a bit. I don't think the referee's going to be on the inside. He's going to have to stay on the outside, I think.
Well, I hope you have a good fight, mate, and thank you so much.
Good man.
Cheers.